Hi, I'm Parker Gunnell, a Salesforce consultant at Solved. Have you ever wondered if Agentforce can automate tasks? The answer is a resounding yes. In this video, we'll explore how you can leverage Agentforce to automate tasks within Salesforce, freeing up your agents to focus on more complex and customer-centric activities. Let's dive in. We're going to answer the question, can Agentforce automate tasks, by doing the following steps to implement. We'll first create a flow, then we'll create an agent action, and with that agent action, link that to Agentforce so we can see it in work. The first step is creating a flow. You navigate to flows within the setup and select new flow. We want to set up a very particular flow. We'll start from scratch, we'll click next, and then the auto launch flow no trigger is the type of flow you want to create. I've already created a flow in preparation for this, so we'll navigate over to this and I will talk about how this flow can be created. In this case, we're creating tasks. So I created a create records element that will manually create a task. I have 4 specific fields that I'm going to populate: a due date, an assigned to, a subject, and a related to. I then have variables that I have created. You look in my toolbox here, I have created a variable for each of the items. In this case, the due date is a date that specifically is available for input. This is required as we go into the next step of creating an Agentforce action. These are the fields that will then be brought in during our Agentforce interaction to help create the task. We then want to store a task ID in a variable that can be output. So in this case, if I go over to this task ID element, this is available for output. In this case, if you want to mimic this flow, feel free to review the elements I have here. You can also customize this to have other elements and items included. If you want to have a task description or if you have custom fields, you can help collect those here, and I'll outline how in the agent action you can make sure they're included. So to highlight the specific points here, make sure that your elements for task values have the available for input, and also make sure that any IDs being stored are available for output. Next, we'll jump over to agent actions. Agent actions allow us to take a flow or Apex and bring them into Agentforce to be used. In this case, we've created a flow to create a task. We now need to create a new agent action. We'll choose the reference action type of flow. The reference action, we will then navigate to our task creation flow. In this case, I have named it A-create tasks. In this process here, you can label as needed. I'm going to keep these labels the same. This is probably the most important piece of creating an agent action. We want to make sure that we understand what inputs can be allowed by the user and what will be output during the process. You can see that each of these relate to items that are available for input in our flow. We have the due date, we have the related ID, we have the task subject, and the user ID. We need to let Agentforce know how they should work with these specific fields. I've created an agent action previous to this that I want to help outline the specific elements. I have highlighted here for the due date that is a required input, which is important. And also the due date will be given by the user. If no due date is mentioned, set the due date as tomorrow. You can use this to help manipulate and specify the values that users can input. Again, these instructions can be modified and changed, but make sure that all items to be added to this agent action are included within the flow before creation. We also have the output. You can display how the output will be presented to the user. In this case, we're going to present the task ID and show it in the conversation. We'll now navigate to Agentforce via the Agents element within Setup. Here, we're going to use the default Agentforce agent. We'll open in Builder. I currently have it active as I have set it up. We'll navigate to the General CRM topic. This is where we're going to make modifications to help Agentforce work with the task creation flow we created. We will navigate to this topic's actions. In this case, I have already added the create tasks related records. As you can see, I don't have the ability to add new actions here, and that's because it is currently activated. I will go ahead and deactivate. And you can see that now we're able to add new actions. In the case that you have not added your action, you can navigate to add from available actions and choose the flow based off of the action created in the previous step. Once that's done, you'll also want to make sure that you add necessary instructions so that the Agentforce agent knows how to work with tasks. In this case, I've created an instruction. If the user is wanting to create a task, make sure they have provided the due date, subject, and related record. Once this is all done, make sure that you save. You can demo it in this conversation preview here, but we're going to jump into a real-life example by activating and navigating back to Salesforce. I've navigated back to the Salesforce home screen. In this case, I'm looking at the accounts. I want to be able to create a task for a specific account. You'll see that now that we've activated the Agentforce agent, we can see that there is an Agentforce icon up in the top right corner. Once clicked on, you will get the Agentforce chat panel, similar to the chat preview that we had in the Agentforce agent itself. Once clicked on, we can then have a chat with Agentforce. And in this case, we want to create a task. So we're going to say create a task for Universal Services with a due date of next Tuesday. Assign the task to marker. Oh God, which is me. It will then analyze the request. And after a few seconds, we'll see that the task has been successfully created and assigned to Parker Gunnell. What else can I assist with you today? We can now see that the task under Universal Services has been created for next Tuesday. Again, this is a very simple flow and can be modified in a number of ways to help handle specific scenarios for your business or specific tasks. If you're needing to log calls, log emails, you can create custom actions that will be specific to those scenarios. So as you can now see, Agentforce can significantly enhance your team's productivity by automating routine tasks. This allows your agents to focus on what matters most, providing exceptional customer service. If you have any questions about custom configuration or want to explore other ways Solve can help automate your business processes, please visit our website with the links in the description below. While you're there, check out the other Salesforce-related content. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more helpful tips and tricks around Agentforce, comment with your questions, and share this video with your colleagues. Thank you.